Have you ever felt like you're just in a constant battle with your own habits? Well, today, we're diving into something that is not just another app you download and forget about. It's called Resolve, and its creators call it a behavior modification OS. We're going to break down what that actually means and how it's completely changing the game for self-control. But first, let's start with a question we have all asked ourselves at some point. Why on earth does willpower fail? You know, most of us have tried habit trackers and productivity apps, and they're fine for small things, right? But when you're talking about those really deep, ingrained habits, a simple reminder just doesn't cut it. And that's the exact problem Resolve was built to solve. So here's the game plan for this explainer. First, we'll look at what really sets Resolve apart from your basic habit tracker. Then, we'll get into its really intense zero-trust philosophy and check out the tactical tools it gives you. We'll also cover how it uses privacy as a weapon. And finally, we'll figure out who this incredibly powerful system is really for. Right, so we all know to-do lists and habit trackers. They're great for remembering to, drink more water or go for a walk. But what about those habits that feel like they have a mind of their own? That's where the usual apps just totally fall short. And this is where Resolve completely flips the script. See, while most apps are kind of counting on you to use your willpower, Resolve does the exact opposite. It treats a bad habit not as some small mistake, but as a systemic breach. And its solution? Scorched earth containment. I mean, that's some powerful language, and it totally redefines the fight against bad habits. And this all leads to the very heart of Resolve, its zero-trust philosophy. We're not talking about gentle reminders here. Think of this as a military-grade protocol designed to protect your most valuable assets: your time, your focus, and your future. Think about it like this. The old way is all about willpower and gentle nudges, right? You track your habits, you get a little notification. But the Resolve model is completely different. It doesn't trust your impulses one bit. Instead of just tracking what you do, it actively modifies your behavior with powerful, decisive actions. So the big question is, how does Resolve actually pull this off? Well, it all comes down to its core tactical modules, basically an arsenal of tools designed to help you win the fight. And this is where the app gets really, really interesting. It's pretty impressive stuff. First up, we have the Neural Firewall. The name alone says it all, doesn't it? This is not your average app blocker. No way. This is an uncompromising barrier between you and your digital triggers, and it's designed to sever that connection right at the source. Okay, so here's how it works. It uses deep DNS integration to block websites at the network level, which means they are completely invisible to your device. The app blocker itself is designed to be foolproof, no workarounds. It even analyzes your device to suggest what you ought to block, creating a personalized defense against your specific weak spots. Next, there's the Financial Vault, which is a really clever tool for anyone who struggles with impulse spending. Instead of just tracking a budget, it creates what the developers call insurmountable friction. It's like putting a time-locked safe on your own wallet. It stops those impulse buys before they can even happen. And here's the genius part. The Treasury lockdown makes your money psychologically unavailable. It's still your money, of course, but you can't get to it on a whim. Then it logs every single purchase it stops and shows you a running total of your reclaimed capital. How cool is that? It's such a powerful way to see your progress and stay motivated. And this is where things get really futuristic. Resolve actually integrates Google's Gemini AI to act as your own personal intelligent tactical officer. So it's not just about blocking things. It's like having a strategic coach right there in your pocket, helping you win the battle for your own focus. Get this, the AI can actually predict when you're most likely to relapse and preemptively lock down the apps that trigger you before you even feel the urge. It also has this feature where you can literally speak your cravings into an encrypted interface, and the AI will walk you through deconstructing them with cognitive behavioral techniques. It's just an incredibly smart and proactive way to stay on track. And you control all of this from this sleek, military-inspired dashboard that gives you real-time data on your neural resistance score. And for those moments of pure crisis, there's an emergency mode, a single panic button that triggers a total system lockdown, giving you the immediate backup you need right when you need it. Okay, so with an app this powerful, you're probably wondering about privacy, and this is where Resolve really shines. It treats privacy not just as a feature, but as a strategic weapon in your journey to self-improvement. Zero. That's how many times your sensitive data gets uploaded to a cloud server. Everything, and I mean everything, is handled locally on your device. That's a huge commitment to your privacy and security. This is all possible because of its local-first architecture. Your data is encrypted and it stays on your device. The developers put it perfectly. They said, "We do not upload your shame to the cloud. Your journey is completely 100% private. And bonus, the core features work perfectly even when you're offline." So, with this really intense military-grade approach, who is this app actually for? It's definitely not for someone who just needs a little reminder to floss. No, this is a highly specialized tool for a very specific kind of user. The app is really built for three main groups. First, people in addiction recovery who need a seriously robust blocker. Second, impulse spenders who've realized that the usual budget apps just don't create enough of a barrier. And finally, those high-intensity self-improvers who want to enter a state of deep focus, what they call monk mode, and just eliminate every single distraction. And you know what? The user feedback really backs this up. One user, John Wren, said it actually creates the friction needed to break bad loops. That word, friction, is so important. It's the key difference between what Resolve does and what a basic habit tracker does. Here's another one. Anirudh Sarkar put it very simply. "This app is amazing. It helped me beat my addiction loop." And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Not just tracking a habit, but finally breaking the cycle that keeps you feeling stuck. And that really captures the whole idea behind Resolve. It's an active, defensive, and decisive strategy. It's not about just hoping for change. It's about engineering that change by locking down your digital environment and making it almost impossible for those bad habits to survive. So we'll just leave you with the same question the developers ask. If you feel like you're in a constant war with your own impulses, and if willpower alone just isn't cutting it anymore, Resolve offers a powerful and radically different path forward. The only question left is, are you ready to reclaim your mind?